All right, LD, let's take a trip around the World Cup. The Stars were out on Tuesday. France beat Senegal.
It was 3-1.
Yeah.
3-1. Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah, I mean, the game, man, the first half of this game, Tim, from France, I couldn't believe when I was watching how bad they were.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Mbappe's first 6 or 7 touches were either a big, heavy touch, pass out of bounds, losing the ball, and you're like, this is one of the best players in the world. And it's just a reminder that it can happen to anybody.
At any time.
Man, and they were, I think their XG at halftime was 0.02. I think they had one like long distance shot or whatever.
Yeah.
And Senegal have a break with Nicholas Jackson. He hits the inside of the post, comes back off of Magnan, hits his foot and somehow doesn't go in the goal. He's like right in front. It goes out wide. And then later in the half, Ismail Assar has a massive chance that bounces across the box from like 7 yards out and puts it over the goal. And you're like, yikes, right? But in those games, if you don't score against France, you knew at halftime it was going to change. And they came out in the second half and they were phenomenal.
This is my thing, LD, as I watched that game. It's easy to sort of, this is my opinion of football and the best teams. Like, they set such a high standard that when they drop below that, they're going to get criticized, no doubt. Yeah. But I also always try and remind people at the end of the day, they walked away comfortable.
Yeah.
And so, like, it's like great teams aren't exempt from tough moments, from bad performances or bad starts. Great teams somehow just find a way, and you're like, God, even on our best day, we couldn't beat them. And that's what happens.
And that's so frustrating. And I said they, in the first half, they were kind of like careless. I said they were bordering on arrogance at times, which maybe was a little strong, but like, it just looked like they were like, oh, we'll be fine. And in the end, guess what? They were fine.
Sure.
So maybe they just know, like, look, we can't be totally at it for 8 games through the summer all the time. And maybe it wasn't conscious. Not like they came out and said, we want to be shit. And just like what, but they just knew in the back of their mind. And then they were so good. Man, this kid, Michael Olise, seeing him in person, he is so good, man. The French team is very good, but he's different, man.
Yeah,
he is different. And you can see why Ryan Cherki can't get in the team, because when they put him behind Mbappe, like he started like wide on the right and left in the first half. When they put him right behind, he was unplayable. Yeah. He was so good.
I watched him sort of rise through like Crystal Palace, and then people talking really good about him, and then he goes on to Bayern. It's just like
he just sees it all different. You can see it on the field. And Thierry Henry's talked a lot about him, and like, because he coached him, how special he is, and then you see it in person, you're like, oh yeah, he's special. He's really
different.
Okay, so Mbappe, of course, gets all the plaudits as he should. So he scores the 2 goals, and then we moved on to the Erling Haaland debut, right, for Norway. And he was kind of given 1 goal, but then scored another. So I think we all were expecting to see this, especially against Iraq, but to a great start.
Well, my big question, that wasn't a question mark, because the guy scores goals for fun, whether that's for City or Norway or whatever. But this is the biggest stage.
Yeah.
It's not friendlies, it's not qualifying. And not that I had any doubt that he'd be afraid of the big stage, but I wanted to see it play out. And I'm sort of thinking, like, depending on how far they go, like, do they get to the round of 32? Yeah, probably. Do they get to the round of 16 and beyond? Like, if that happens, and I think he's in contention for the Golden Boot.
You do,
just because of how accurate he is and the way that he takes his goals. Yeah, I think so.
Andrew told us this earlier. I could not believe it. You know how many goals I scored for the U.S.? 57.
Yeah.
And it took me like 16 years.
Yeah.
I retired at 32. He's 25. He now has 57 goals.
Yeah.
I mean, if he continues, you could see him. I don't know if he'll break the all-time record. Is that Cristiano? But like, he's going to have 100+ goals easily.
In his sleep.
God, he's amazing.